Good morning, guys, and welcome to today's training video. Today, we're going to be looking at the secrets to support and resistance. And by the way, I've seen most people draw this support and resistance in the wrong pattern on the Forex market, and with this, they make errors while trading. But today, we're going to be seeing the secrets on how to draw the support and resistance. Mind you, this is for price action traders, those that trade off the naked price charts. So we're going to be seeing what is support and resistance, how to draw support and resistance to capture key areas in the market, what is dynamic support and resistance, and how does it work. And at the end of today's class, we're going to be having a summary of what we've learned here on this channel. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like our video, turn notification post on so you don't miss any of our videos ever again. So let's get started. What is support and resistance? Support, this is an area on your chart where buyers tend to push the market price higher. There's an area, notice that word area on your charts where the buyers tend to push the market price higher. While resistance, this is an area on your chart where the sellers tend to push the market price lower. I know this may look unfamiliar. We're going to see an example right now. So this is the Canadian Swiss franc market. And you see over here, when the buyers went higher to this region over here, they encountered an opposing pressure known as the sellers. The sellers stepped into the market and pushed the market price lower to this region. And over here, they encountered another opposing pressure at this support over here. You see this line I drew over here is known as a support. So they encountered a support at this area. If you notice, this line didn't touch this place exactly. Why? Because I told you it's an area. So they encountered an opposing pressure, they're known as the buyers, the bulls, and they pushed the market price higher, now touching this previous resistance. And when you go to this resistance, they still encountered another pressure again, known as the sellers, and the sellers sold the market down to this region. So this is how support and resistance work in the Forex market. So let's get back to class. Moving forward, how to draw support and resistance to capture key areas on your chart. As I said earlier, most people draw this in a wrong pattern, and it's end up either leading to less information or capturing less information in the market, or leading to wrong trading decision. So today we're going to see how to be able to draw it if successfully, in order to capture quality areas in your Forex charts and be able to have precise entry and exits in the market. So first thing you're going to look out for is you have to first zoom your charts to 5 to 10 times depending on your screen size. Like mine, my screen size is not that big, so I'm going to be zooming it 3 to 4 times. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to be drawing support and resistance lines to get the most number of touches. You're going to draw the support and resistance lines to get the most number of touches. So with this said and done, let's get back to the market. So we're going to be using the Canadian Swiss franc market again. So let me clear out the lines we already have drawn out. So we'll draw it from the scratch. So you zoom out 1 and 2. So I think this is okay for me. So these 2 already, because if I zoom it, it can't go further again because my screen size is smaller. Okay, so I think I want to bring it out. Okay, let me just use it like this. So this is an obvious level here. This is an obvious level over down here. This is an obvious level here. This is an obvious level over here. This is an obvious level here. This is an obvious level here. You see the way I didn't waste time to get these obvious levels. I didn't spend time looking for where the obvious level were. I just saw them in the market and I placed them out. So this is how you have to identify key area levels in the market. You don't start searching where are they. No, you see them, they are obvious. If they are not obvious, they are not there. You know what I'm saying? So this is how you capture you take note of support resistance. Then after this is said and done, you come back to adjust. Mind you, I'm using the MT4 platform, so that's why it's a little bit tedious in drawing the chart, unlike the trading view platform. So yeah, I just adjust to get the most number of touches. So I think I've gotten this touch here because I can capture this touch here, this touch here, this touch over here also. So I think I also adjust this a bit to be able to capture this touch over here. So with this and I think we've gotten all the obvious support and resistance. So let's zoom it out and let's get to the current price. So you see now we are able to capture the real swings in the market, like yeah, 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 this region, this region over here. And if you keep going downwards, you see that we're able to capture the obvious levels. Yeah, 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 yeah. All these other ones that enter the line, that break out of the resistance line or the support lines that were not captured in this, are known as false breakouts. You want to say they're just false breakouts. So you see, I didn't spend time looking at it. I didn't spend time. So this is how you draw the support and resistance to capture key area levels on your market, on your forex charts. So let's get back to class. Moving forward, what is dynamic support and resistance and how does it work? Mind you agree with me, the price will not always be horizontal all the time. So drawing just support, horizontal support and resistance may not work all the time for you, and you may miss great market moves, especially in trending markets. So how do you capture dynamic support and resistance? You do this using the moving average and the trend lines. You do this using the moving average and the trend lines. So let's go see how this works in the forex market. So right here we have drawn in the GBP USD market the daily time frame, the 50-day moving average. Mind you, I can't tell you the various other moving averages you can use. There's the 200-day, the 20-day, the 100-day, the 150-day. But in this context, the 50-day moving average is what we're going to be using. So I have it already placed out here on the chart, which is this green line you can see. So, and over here you can see that the price tends to respect it over here, this region, this region, this region, and this region. So this is one side. Let's move downward to this other side here. You see over this region, you see the 50-day respected here, respected here, respected here, respected here, and broke down lower. Also here, respected here, respected here, respected here, and broke out upward. So you see this dynamic support and resistance, which was not horizontal, respected the 50-day moving average. So how does the trend line work? Let's remove this 50-day moving average and draw the trend line. So you draw a trend line just like this, and you draw another trend line just like this over here. Mind you, don't forget, these are just areas on your chart. They are just areas on your chart. So you don't rely on them like they are just a perfect entry and exit on the chart. So you can see now, drawing a trend line, let's move it, zoom like this. Drawing a trend line over this region, we're able to capture the dynamic move. That's without using the moving average. You see here, we're able to capture the dynamic move of the market towards the downside. So, and you see, it respected the trend, touching it here, touching it higher, touching it lower, touching it higher here, touching it lower here, touching it higher, touching it lower, and breaking out. Are you seeing it now? Even when it broke out, it's respected it a little. I want to say it respected a little before you could start moving towards the horizontal support and resistance. So you see, this is how you draw the dynamic support and resistance to capture key areas on the forex market. So now, with all this said and done, let's get back to our lessons and move forward. So we've come to the end of today's lesson, today's summary. Support and resistance are just areas on your chart where buyers and sellers tend to step in. These are just areas on your chart. If you notice, they were not precise. You want to say, you can't get it precise all the time. Like where we had the here we had the trend line. You find that when the market came lower, it didn't reach this line exactly. You want to say, so because it's just an area. So don't forget that. So it's just an area, because if you are waiting for it to reach that area, point exactly, you can miss key market moves. You know what I'm trying to say? So note that what is just an area. So support and resistance are just areas on your chart where buyers and sellers tend to step in. Moving forward, to capture key areas on your charts of support and resistance, you have to zoom out to pay attention to the most obvious levels on your chart. Note that what you have to zoom out to pay attention to the most obvious levels on your chart. So in other words, to capture key areas, levels of support and resistance, whether it's dynamic, whether it's trend lines, horizontal support and resistance, you have to zoom out. You know, in my own case, my screen is small, so I only have to zoom 1 to 2 times or max 3 times. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how the condition of my charts at the point of trading. You know what I'm saying? But for you, your screen could be larger, so you have to zoom in 5 to 10 times. So the parameter is between 5 to 10 times, 4 to 6 times, 3 to 6 times, 2 to 4 times. So depending on the size of your screen, those are the parameters you can work with. The last but not the least, moving averages, trend line, etc. are important tools for drawing dynamic support and resistance. So the moving averages, the trend lines, these are just important tools for drawing the dynamic support and resistance. Because you agree with me that the markets will not be horizontal all the time. It has to go trending, it has to move in different direction. So with this, you can move into the market and be able to capture key area levels, and you can get precise entry levels for either you are moving as a buyer or a seller in the markets. So thank you for watching today's video. See you in the next video.